And I'm very excited to see what these two teams are going to do with these essentially new lineups that we haven't seen before. Yeah, Mr. Toots here today, Jaxwell. Yeah. All right. Jason out at dinner, but still logging in to subscribe and see how his boys are getting on. Gotta love the passion. Gotta love the passion. All right, so blue team, Apollo, are defending first, which means they will ban first. That is just the way it works. Will we get a Maverick or will we get a Thatcher? That is the question at hand. It is going to be Thatcher. No big surprises. Everyone likes to get Thatcher off the table. I'm going to try putting my casting book in a different position to where I normally have it. And see if it makes a difference tonight. I'm right-handed, so I have it on the right side, but I feel it makes me turn away from the microphone. I'm wondering if I put it on the left, will that be better? I don't know. It means my mouse hand is now free. Jackal is going to be the other ban. So that is the last. So the blue team and the orange team last night actually made those exact same bans. So there's nothing for me to change here. Jackal, obviously, you know, great for roam hunting. So that restricts the ability to roam on this map by, improves the ability to roam by taking him out of play. Mirror is going to get taken out by Oni. Again, that's the same ban picked by the orange team last night. So no work required here for me so far. So yeah, last night we had Mutiny banning Jackal and Mirror. Tonight we've got Oni banning Jackal and Mirror. Last night we had Athena banning Thatcher and Clash. Let's see if we get a Clash ban. No, we are going to get Goyo, which is interesting because you regularly see the likes of Jason playing Goyo, but he isn't in the game. So they can afford to get rid of him. They can afford to get rid of him. I say regularly. I've seen him play it. It's not necessarily all the time. Not all the time. All right, let's get that up there on the screen. There we go. Laundry and Supply Room is going to be the first site to get played as we head into round number 1. Love the enthusiasm for a 7-0 to... Oh, Profit reckons it's going to be a 7-0. Profit calling a 7-0 to Oni? You must be calling it for Oni because I see you've got the 2 next to your name, which means you've put your money on Oni. So let's see. Let's see. 2 essentially new teams playing here tonight. So this could go any way. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to start the recording. There we go. Let's get my replays running as well. Normally that starts automatically, but it hasn't tonight for some reason. Okay. Let's take a look at the setup we are going to get from these two teams. We are going to have the standard rotate onto elbow coming out from smoke. This is becoming very common now where we open up holes here. Probably place a shield in electrical. Although there is one shield that's on cams. So that's likely to go out here on the corner of elbow. So no shield going up here most probably. So interested to see how this is going to be played by Apollo with no shield here. There is going to be a reinforcement. I guess they're just going to peek it somehow. Signal jammer to stop the drones coming round. Easily shot out though, but they do need a player. Okay, shield's actually going up in the rotate. This is interesting. This is new. I haven't seen this before. Now what normally happens is the shield goes up right here. Smoke plays behind it. When the time is right, he backs out, reinforces this back up to deny that push and slow the attackers down. By putting that shield there, that kind of wastes a bit of time because you can't just pick the shield up, then start reinforcing. You don't really have the time. So this is an interesting choice by Apollo. Cam's going to hold it. Ulysses is going to play this very aggressively. Oh, and Join pushes his way around to elbow to get away from Ulysses, and Cams is just laid there waiting with the shotgun. So that's a great first pick for Apollo. I'm not going to doubt their strats any further. I'm just going to see how these play out. Now, Kamor, otherwise known as Mac or Macaulay, we know he's a good player. We know he can do work. He is going to be playing on Jaeger, which is standard for him. Holding on to Pillar, very common position for the Jaeger to play. Maverick up above is going to be tricking. That's going to get them past that Electro Claw. And Ulysses is just going to watch the hole, just waiting to try to get a pick. Will he see the head of the Maverick through these holes that are being created? Maverick is standing far enough back. Stun Grenade's coming down. Oh, he sees the head. He knows exactly where he's gone to. He sees the head of another, though. That is Shines. Rip Shines. Electro Claw's taken down. C4 getting prepped. C4 goes up, but that isn't going to do anything, as that Maverick trick is not going to get finished just yet. Now, when the Maverick trick completes, I don't think it will destroy the C4. It might do. It probably will, in fact. It won't just drop. Grenade getting cooked. 4 versus 3. I think Zek just picked up his C4 again. Yes, he did. So no, it's Ulysses actually. It wasn't good guy Zek who was playing in kitchen. He still has the 1 C4 available. 4 versus 3. We have no players coming down Freeze's stairs. That's good guy Zek all on his own watching over there with Real and Psycho pushing it in from blue, leaving non-Vea or Vea still playing up above with that C4 on the hatch. Cam's going to take down Psycho, leaving us in a 4 versus 2. At the moment, it's looking good for Apollo. It is looking good for Apollo right now. As non-Vea gets into a gunfight. Now, he had some great plays in the last game we saw him in, but he's not going to manage it here as Ulysses and Hulu together at pretty much the exact same time pick up those last 2 frags and put round number 1 on the board for Apollo. So, round number 1 goes to Apollo quite decisively. Quite decisively, I must say. Now, like I said earlier, Apollo have won 15% of the defensive rounds that they've played in this season. So will they be able to keep this up and break that? That is the question. Just reading in the chat. Jack's got to support the lads. I can just imagine Jack's out at dinner with his family. He's sat there with his iPhone or his Android phone, whatever he uses, under the table with the game on. It's just every now and then just looking down. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to have watched Friends, but there's an episode where I think it's Joey is watching American football on a little portable TV at a funeral. They're trying to hide it. Like everyone just all of a sudden comes over and starts looking. I just imagine Jason sat there at dinner, like encouraging everyone around him to just come and watch the game and see his boys at work. Anyway, enough of my fantasy land. We are going to go upstairs to dorms. Jason, if you are encouraging everyone in the restaurant to watch the game with you, try to get them to watch it on their own phones to boost up the viewers, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so 5 versus 5. Round number 2, we go to dorms. And we've had a strong start from Apollo so far. They have looked good in round number 1. I missed a lot of the action, I'll grant you that. My observing wasn't what it should have been. I missed a fair bit of stuff. But from what I saw, what I did see, it was a good round from Apollo. They held it. They didn't do old school Apollo stuff, which is peek everything. They just waited for Oni to push into them. They dictated the pace of the round, and it worked out very, very well for them. Very well indeed. Let's see if they can do it again on dorms. We can take a look at some stats for this map in actual fact as we check out Oregon from this season here on this map. We can see that dorms, 70% attacker favored, 30% defender favored. This map has been played 1 or 2 times, I forget which. Launch and supply room, pretty much the same stat, 69% attacker favored. A 1% margin difference between the 2 sites, with a 67% attacking win rate overall. So, according to current league stats, Oni should be able to win this half. But let's see if they will be able to, or ECF, whatever they're going to be called, I don't know. So, Real playing outside on the balcony. He's going to be playing here on Thermite, responsible for opening up balcony doors. Shines is going to claim that first life. That is Malusi taken out of commission. That is a C4 out of play. And that is very important, especially if she was playing down below. We have Cams and Ulysses down here. We do not have Malusi down here. Maybe she was. Where is Shines? He is here. So maybe that was a cheeky run out coming out from Hulu. But bulletproof camera is up, and that just frees Hulu up to watch it. As Shine's going to rappel up to look through that game's window. Good guy Zek is going to claim a life as Shines cooks that grenade and sends it in to try to take out the utility on the wall. That is successful, and that wall is now getting opened up by Thermite. Standard push coming out here as Psycho has opened up the other side. That is a nice, beautifully square hole there, Psycho. I respect your degree in not trigonometry. What's the? I don't know what the word is for perfectly formed shapes. It's not trigonometry. It's not. I don't know. As I'm thinking about it, Shines goes down to Cams. I am sorry for missing all of this action, people. Real and Psycho, last 2 players standing yet again in a 4 versus 2 as Psycho's taking a bit of damage here from a bandit battery or electrical as he moves around. He sees the player down on the floor. That is Psycho. C4 does go out, but good guy Zek is taken out of play before he manages to click the send button. However, Kimura is going to click the send button successfully and send it on to Psycho and take him out. But there is a very quick refrag there from Real, leaving himself in a 1 versus 2. But Cams punches a cheeky little hole in the wall there and does manage to get that final pick. Taking a round for Apollo, putting another one in their win column. Making it 2-0. All right. So, Oni not looking strong right now. Not looking strong. It's looking challenging for them. Yeah, they need to do something to counteract these plays that are coming out from Apollo. Apollo are being remarkably passive. For a team that was known for being aggressive, they are being remarkably passive. And it's working out for them so far in this matchup. But we are only 2 rounds in. They are on defense. And despite what our statistics showed earlier about 67% win rate for attackers, we must remember that is based on 1 or 2 games. It might even only be 1 game, in all honesty with you. In which case, it's probably not a good bar. Because the last time we saw it played... In fact, we've seen it played 3 times. We saw Karma on it twice. And they 7-0'd their teams playing on attack. They 7-0'd, 7-1'd. Which is why the attack rate is so high. It's only really been played by Karma. And they just dominated. And they started out on attack. So that's why the statistic is so high for this season. Oh... Prophet was talking about the free Elo versus Apollo prediction. Okay, got you. Geometry. Voxy coming in with the big brain. Geometry, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes. Psycho on the Maverick. I admire your levels, your skill when it comes to geometry. I think that geometric pattern creation, that's closer to the word I'm thinking of. Thank you, Voxy. Who would have thought? Voxy is coming useful. I'm only joking, Voxy. I'm only joking. Aaron wants to know how to join one of these teams. If you join the server, you can look for looking for player adverts in the TXB Pro server. Alternatively, you can just DM, players and try to find out if they need people. Scrim Hub is a good source for teams looking for players. Shines is going to be the first pick of the round. Not good for Oni. That is Iana, who, although isn't there to open walls and stuff like that, she has pretty much unlimited drone capability, 2 frag grenades, and good gun choices. So that is an unfortunate pick, but Kimura is going to get traded out. That's the... oh, we got a... Shines disconnects. Hopefully he'll be back for the next round. Oh no! Psycho sees the head of good guy Zek, but he doesn't react quick enough. Zek just sits there looking, going like, hey bro. Pulls the trigger and takes him down. 4 versus 3. Good hold coming out here. No players on the defense holding here in meeting right now. It is a completely off-site, or off-meeting site, at least hold in the kitchen, as Real is coming up now. Opening up that wall into meeting. Looks like he wants to move in there for a plant. He does have diffusion. Now he'll likely want to plant behind the lectern and the overturned table right here. That gas grenade is going to slow him down. Hulu's going to peek it just in case. And this could be a big play for Hulu if they don't know that he's there. Real is actually rotating around. And he is possibly going to bait Hulu out. Things go down. He knows that he's there. Stun grenade is going to go. As that door gets opened up, that is Hulu on Malusi, pushed all the way back towards kitchen. He's going to hold that angle, waiting for push through the door, but it isn't coming as a breaching charge is being placed on the floor up above the defenders. No, I'm lying. That's Cam's taken down by Join, though, but a quick refrag there. 3 versus 2 now. And Oni are doing better right now, but they do not know about this one player up here on White Stairs playing on Canadian. They do now as he sets off his bullets, and he is going to back out, play from down below, use that shotgun to try and get some picks as Veya does fall at the hands of good guy Zek. Real also, though, coming out with the older good guy Zek picks up 2. That gun is just absolutely unstoppable. Look at that. The thing is a laser. Ubisoft took took the ACOG off it to try and nerf it and make it so that it just wasn't quite as strong and less picked. But in all honesty, with the Holo, I think it's just as effective as it was with the ACOG. So Apollo have successfully completed a 3-site rotation now and are going to go back to their primary site of launch in supply room. Oni are going to mix things up. They're going to bring out a Monty. They're going to bring out Flores, operators we haven't seen yet in this game. We're going to get a Twitch as well. This is a complete switch around for Oni to try to break through this defense that's coming out from Apollo.
Attackers need to locate.
Hey, well done, Voxy. Well done on your results. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about my results, Jax. Let's just say I got lucky in life. My academic achievements do not match my real life status and achievements, that's for sure. But don't be fooled, kids. Stay in school. Get academic qualifications. It does make a difference. It does make a difference. All right. Round number 4, 3-0 to Apollo. Who would have thought it at this point? Who would have thought it? I'm going to feel bad trash talking Apollo, knowing that Jason is in the chat watching. But please know it doesn't come from a place of dislike. It's just from a place of record of what we've seen so far in the last 2 seasons. Like I've said at the start of the game, Oni have had a very poor season this season as well. Neither team having a legitimate win. The only win between these 2 teams in this league so far this season has gone to Apollo, and that was from a forfeit. So it is an unfortunate state of affairs. Let's see. Well, one of these 2 teams tonight is going to get their first legitimate victory, and I'm looking forward to seeing who it's going to be. I don't care who it is. I just want to see a good, close game. And at the moment, Apollo is denying us that close game. So let's see if Oni can turn it around. Now, Monty is going to start pushing down that laundry staircase. We have Bandit sitting, chilling, standing right here. Or is it Kamor? It is actually Kamor, I think, on the... who is it? No, it is the Bandit. Yeah, you can tell by the helmet, it's got the face mask. Jaeger doesn't have the face mask. So, gas grenade getting cooked up here by our little purple leopard. And that is going to force Real back, who is going to take a fair bit of damage as he does retreat very, very quickly. We are going to have the smoke playing here on the bottom of that staircase. Cam's thinking he's Pengu playing against Team Liquid. Plus 10 points for you if you get the reference. Monty pushing upstairs, though, is going to get Jaeger on that flank. And it's going to get taken down from behind. Kamor spends far too much time focused on the Monty. Monty does get taken down, but not before Kamor goes down as well. That is a good trade, to be fair. Jaeger for the Monty, I will take that, because Monty is an absolute pain in the ass if he gets onto site and a plant is successful. Hulu going to take a fair bit of damage here. C4 is going to go up. That's not going to do anything to Join, who has backed out successfully. 4 versus 3 as Oni tried to push downstairs on site, and they have lost some of their best leverage in the hands of Monty. Is not supposed to die so quickly. Personally, in my opinion, we should not have seen Real playing so aggressively on that Jaeger. By all means, push him, but don't drop the shield and fire. The conversation should have been there between Shines and Real to say, hey, Monty, don't worry, I'm coming. You just keep your shield up, hold him back, keep the pressure on him. I'll come in, take him from behind while he's distracted. But that isn't what happened. We saw instead Real playing it aggressively, trying to get those shots, and that allowed him to get taken down and picked off before Shines could get in and get that support. So that's a misplay there coming out from Oni in my mind. 3 versus 2 now, and Oni actually do have a fair bit of an advantage because they do have the health advantage. Flores drone's going to go out. That is going to sit there right by that player in highway, but it's not going to do a single bit of damage as we have 15 seconds left to go. We need an aggressive push here from the attack. Chines goes in, but Cams has that shotgun and he lays down and gets the kill. A beautiful pick there from Join, and for the first time we are seeing full control. Oh no, Hulu whiffs! Hulu whiffs! And Join with a beautiful 3k at the end there in those last 15 seconds manages to put a round on the board for Oni. Very, very much needed. Very much needed indeed. That was so close. Well played to Join for doing absolute work for his team. Well played. Apollo in full control for pretty much the whole of that round, and then just in the last dying seconds, those 2 or 3 players, specifically Join, just managed to push together and make those hero plays. Join specifically making those hero plays to take down the defense. And we are going to see yet again a slight shift in the operators that are being brought to the table here by Oni.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
6 though.
defused by attackers.
No need for that. Alright. Did I do O levels? No, I did GCSEs. GCSEs came out just a year or 2 before I turned old enough to do them, I think. So, yeah. Alright, now, we are going to get the same setup coming out here from the defense as we have seen previously. Same holes onto elbow. No doubt we'll see the same holes opened up here. I mean, to be fair, it worked for Apollo once already. It didn't work last time due to just big ball plays coming out from the remaining players on the attack. So there's no reason for Apollo to not have another crack at this same setup to what we saw last time. Let's see if they can turn it around. Or if Oni have just decided, hey, we know what to do. Yes, we stumbled in that last round, but we have worked it out. We know how to break through, and we can make this work. Let's watch and see how they decide to approach it this time. Join's going to go up, check his drones before he jumps in. Very good plays out here from Join. Very rarely that you see an Ash play this sensibly, but here we go. We are seeing it right now. Psycho droning as well, double droning the top floor. Shine's just sitting back at the spawn, ordering a pizza perhaps. Real droning downstairs on the first floor for his teammate Nonver, who is pushing in based on that intel, while Join now is in and upstairs, and he and Psycho both have control of this top floor. However, Kamor is just sneakily playing over here on T2, waiting for something to happen. The question is, will the attackers push through this way and come down the back stairs and get caught out by Kamor? Or will they choose to go somewhere else and Kamor not be too much of an issue other than for that late flank? It looks like Shines is going to work his way through here, and if they don't know that Kamor's there, this could be a real issue. Now, this doesn't surprise me that they've opened up the hatch and will maybe drop down that way. If there was some intel, here we go. They know. Oh, come on. We want to see some action here. Shines looking through. He's going to open up a hole here any moment now. Come on, open up a hole in that wall. I want to see what's going to happen. If there was some intel up there, if there was a Valkyrie Black Eye or just something in that attic, that would be a free kill for Kamor if they had the callouts. Talking of free kills, we see Kamor completely mess that one up as Buck does manage to act on that intel, come through that wall and take down Jaeger, playing on that white staircase or that back staircase. Another one does fall, leaving us in a 3 versus 5, and Oni have taken good control of this round in the first 2 minutes. They've still got a bit of work to do. They have the diffuser in the hand of a C4. Sounded like it got ripped, but nothing is going to come of it as these 2 players push down the the stairs. Default cam has been ripped. They're going to push through here, face checking everything they can, watching out for these default holes where they faced some resistance last time, but there are no players there this time. Cam's going to chuck that gas grenade out. That's going to help slow down that push. A nice play here from the smoke. Join is going to be held back, but Veer is in a position to still push forward. Second gas grenade goes out. 2 players pushing through laundry. Another gas grenade is going there, but we are going to see Good Guy Zek take down Real, leaving us in a 3 versus 4. That's the first death for Oni. 15 seconds left to go. Diffuser is dropped and pinged. Apollo know where it is as Hulu takes down one of his own. We are going to get the push from Maverick. Good Guy Zek's going to take down Ash in the freezer. Somehow, the Maverick pushes all the way past Good Guy Zek, not realizing that he's there, allowing Zek to spin round to get another kill. Somehow, and Apollo win that round in the dying seconds. We have a slight time management challenge coming out here for Oni with all of the plays here coming in the last 15 seconds or so. It worked for them once, but not twice. Now, Dorms, secondary site for Oni, Apollo rather, is going to come out next as we would expect. Let's see if this is going to be successful. Apollo at the moment staring down the barrel of a 4-2 or a 5-1 split at the end of the first half, and that is not shabby. That is not shabby. Oreo Cow says, OMG, he's awful. That was unfortunate for Mac, or Kamor as you see him here in the game. He is better than that. He is better than that. I don't know how he managed to miss all of those shots, but still.
Attackers need to
Potato.
locate and defuse as
You know,
many
Muzzer?
bombs as they can.
No one has this emote because no one is a tier 3 sub. But here we go. Let's put that in. There we go. My OMG Potato. If you're a tier 3 sub, you get access to the OMG Potato. And that is very fitting right now for Kamor, unfortunately. Alright, so Dorms, let's see what will come of this one. This is the last round of the first half. Like I say, Apollo will be looking to take this to a 5-1 split, not a 4-2. Whereas Oni desperately want to get the win here in this round. Make it a 4-2 at the end of the first half. Let's see if they can pull it off. At the moment, Apollo are looking a lot better than they have been throughout the rest of this season. Let me remind you that these two teams have a collective KD of 0.63 for Apollo and a 0.64 for Oni. Very close. A collective KPR of 2.91 for Apollo and 2.82 for Oni. So again, very close. Very close indeed. Now the question is, Apollo haven't won a single attacking round in this league this season. The question is, will they be able to win attacking rounds when they switch over to the second half? That could make all the difference here if they can't manage to turn it around on attack compared to the rest of the season. Now, Kamor is going to be playing here in Trophy. He hears the player out on balcony and is just going to sit here waiting patiently. No, he's not going to wait patiently. He is going to have a little look around, but of course, Real playing on the aces, standing there looking. He does manage to do a fair bit of damage. Knocks Kamor down to about 70 HP. We know there's a signal jammer here on this wall. It's going to be the responsibility of one of these players. It is going to be Buck to go downstairs and take that out from underneath. He could get a free kick here onto the player standing by the couch. Now that is unfortunate that Shines misplayed where to shoot. It's slightly behind the fan, not in front of the fan. Slightly behind it, not in front of it. But he shot out in front, gave his position away, and Cams just came around and took him down. Now, when you go for that play, you have to have a drone watching to see if someone's going to come that way. They did have a drone in the corner there, but obviously the intel just wasn't given. No one was watching it. We are going to get Shines dropping out yet again. Hopefully he'll make it back before the end of the round. As Cam's playing downstairs, are going to slowly make his way up the back stairs. He knows there's players up here. As he makes his way up, he doesn't have a C4. He's going to get trapped by these gridlock tracks, so he's not going to be able to make his way past them. 3 fires go out from Maverick. Cams is going to act on that and take a fair bit of damage off of Psycho, but we do see a very quick trade coming out from these two teams. As good guy Zek falls, as does Non-Vea. No more tracks will be going out. 4 versus 3 right now, as we've got Ulysses and Cams making their plays around on the first floor and starting to make their way back up to site onto the second floor to join their teammates and turtle up with 45 seconds left to go. Psycho pushing in from the attic, playing on Maverick, pre-firing that rotate, trying to do some damage. Bulletproof Cam there, giving all the calls that are needed. There is no utility in the hands of Psycho to get through that Saria gate. He's going to have to do it with a frag grenade if he wants to walk through it. All into attic is starting to open up. Hulu is feeling the pressure here behind the bomb chassis, but Psycho does fall. 3 versus 2. Real and Join, the last 2 players left standing. And Join is going to make his way around to attic and try to push his way in that way, but he has 10 seconds left to do it in this 1 versus 3. But Kamor is standing there waiting, looking through the hole opened up by Ace, and he does get that kill. And that is going to make it a 5-1 split for Apollo at the end of the first half. Who would have thunk it that Apollo at this point would be 5-1 up? Thank you very much for the follow, Odium Live. Very much appreciated. Ah, Mr. Toot did the O-levels. Okay. Right, let's get the pause in there. Shines is back, so let's unpause it. Actually, I didn't realize he was back. Now, Dorms is going to be the next site to get played. Let's see. Hold on, we do have a request for a pause. Okay, so word is that Ulysses has dropped out because he's concerned he might have a bound skin on, so he is just going to fix that up and make sure. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the attention to detail and rules that I love from teams. This is the attention that I like. Right, as we're doing that, let's actually go to... Okay, I was going to say let's go to a rehost screen, but there's no need to because he's already back. Well played, well played. Let's kick things back off and get going. We've got the call outs from good guy Zek that during round number 4 he got a call letting him know that he's got accepted for a job. So congratulations to Zek on that one. For those that are interested, Zek has a lifeguard qualification now. He got that last week, I think it was. And we'll be looking to do that kind of thing. So very good profession to go into. Not sure where he'll be lifeguarding. Probably not on a beach in the UK. But still, saving lives or protecting lives, always a good thing. So well played to Zek for that one. All right, 5 versus 5. 5-1 up in favor of Apollo. We are going to dorms for the first sight on defense for Oni. As I've talked about, Apollo have not won a single attacking round this season. Let's see if they can start to do it now with this pretty much all new lineup. Cams and Ulysses are the only ones we've seen on this team here before. Let's see how this will play out. Okay. Now, was that a cheeky little peek I saw coming out from one player? I think it might have been. So standard plays for this site. Open up this wall. Open up this wall. Pinch from both sides at the same time and try to get a cheeky little plant off behind or by this foosball table. Kamor taking damage already. How? How was that? 25 HP gone. Was that from Shines playing in the small tower? I think it was. Naughty, naughty Shines. Cheeky Shines at least. Jaeger playing in meeting. We've got a good first floor roam coming out here from the defensive side. And we've got players running around on the back stairs like headless chickens just trying to work things out, it looks like. I thought a Claymore was being placed by Hulu. It is being placed on the back stairs.
Attackers have located a bomb.
As suspected, Maverick going up, opening up a hole. Frag grenade's going to go out, but good guy Zek is going to miss throw it and almost team killed himself and his teammate. Oh, Zek. Saving lives in real life, risking lives in game. Right, the grenade this time does go out successfully. Electroclaw is taken down. Ulysses is going to get that wall open. Bayer is going to be holding the position there, waiting for someone to push, but Shines is going to get the first kill of this round, taking down Hulu. And that is some important utility going off of the board there for Apollo. They lose their IQ, they lose their ability to spot some very important equipment, as Cams is going to jump in through the double window. I always say that very rarely does anything good come out of this double window, but Cams has made it work. He's vaulted in, he's got a kill. His teammate has come in right beside him. That is Kamor, and they are going to be holding that position, watching that wall, waiting for someone to peek their face out, but there is a kill onto Cams in the corner. Kamor can't get through this rotate, and he is going to have to vault out as he takes a whole load of damage. Either a glitch or just bad rotate is going to cause a loss there for Cams as he backs out. H8 Ulysses is going to take down a life. 3 versus 3, though technically a 2 versus 3 as Kamor is down. Psycho laying on the floor does get a pick. Good guy Zek. 1 versus 3 now, pre-firing all the possible spots. This should be an Oni round as Psycho does get the last 2 kills on the kill feed. Putting a win, or a mark should I say, in the win column for Oni, making it a 5-2. This is what Oni need. They need to start building up from here and capitalizing on this swing of momentum that they've just had in that one round. It's easy to think that Oni are out of the game at this point at 5-1, but we saw a tremendous turnaround from Free Elo in a very similar position against what team was it? Against Profit? Vanquish. Against Vanquish last week, where they were in a very similar position. In fact, they were 6-2 down against Vanquish, turned it around, won it in overtime. So it's not done and dusted just yet for the boys and possibly girls of Oni. But it is an uphill battle. It is a mental struggle at this point to come back. Can Oni do that? That is the question. That is the question. I'd like to think they can do it. I'd like to see a close game. I don't want to see a 7-2. You know, I want to see a good close matchup. I always get so excited when we go to overtime stream. I just love it. When games start, I think to myself, oh, let this be over with quickly, please. I want to have some dinner, or I want to do some stats, or I need to do something. That's kind of how I feel when I start a game. But as games build up, I think, let's go to overtime. Let's go all the way. I want to see it. So it does always get very exciting when that does happen. All right, the round is going to start. Action phase is in progress. As we see Shines up here on the top floor, all on his own, playing solo roam. He is going to start making his way down, putting down a cheeky little Mozzie pest there. He is going to play upstairs. He is going to remain up here. He's not going for any peaks. He's got no rotates, so he's just going to sit up here, it looks like. No, he's going to make his way back down. Is that an extended barrel on the Roni, I ask myself? I am not sure. I'm not sure. Right, we've got Join doing this duo roam along with Shines, and the rest of the players are downstairs on site or around site, turtling up. We can see the Nomad air jab just up there above that kitchen door to stop those flanks. Not quite sure what that Claymore is going to achieve, other than maybe stopping a player from coming upstairs and out onto this hallway. I don't really see that being a risk. I don't think that Claymore is going to be particularly useful there. I'd be surprised to see it get a kill, in all honesty, but let's find out. As Join is going to hold the top of Freezer's stairs. His roaming teammate Shine's going to be playing here in dining, and they look like they're just trying to shut down intel on this first floor. Zek is moving in to start this Maverick trick as Hulu is going to stack up on it with him to look through the holes as he creates them. But we need to see people watching their backs, because we can see the defense starting to converge here. Impact grenade does go out, but it alerts the attention of Hulu, who does turn around, but he does get taken down by Shines. Shines loses a whole load of health while he's doing it, but he does come off better. Good guy Zek is forced to come off the Maverick trick and start to be a little bit more cautious about what he's doing. He's going to very quickly get back to it, and very, very slowly and patiently just do it bit by bit by bit. He tries to hold off these defenders that are attacking him. Psycho's going to take a load of damage downstairs as Cams does claim the life of Real. 4 versus 4 now with 1 minute left to go on the clock. There's a fair bit of intel on the board for Oni as they attack, but a C4 goes out from Psycho, and Ulysses does fall. Cams is very, very low on health as Kamor goes down as well. Good guy Zek does fall, and Cams is the last player standing in a 1 versus 3. The last hope at this point in this round for Apollo, but he cannot pull off the 1v3 clutch. And Oni put one on the board. And at the moment, Apollo living up to their reputation in this league so far of not being able to win their attacks, having lost 2 in a row. However, we did see Apollo win 3 defenses in a row at the very start of the game. So it could still turn around. For Oni, they can get 3 and then turn it around. Anything could happen at this point. Anything could happen. Okay, it does do that. All right. So the next site to get played, kitchen and dining. Slightly different rotation here to what we saw coming out from Apollo. Apollo favored laundry dorms then meeting. Oni have flipped it, and they've gone dorms and laundry, and now they're going to kitchen and dining instead of meeting room and kitchen. So different preference of site here between these two teams. On PC, a lot of teams, or most teams, will play meeting and kitchen. Very rarely do they play dining room and kitchen. Now, dining room, we have the advantage that most of dining room is actually hard up above, so there's very little room for vertical destruction from the attack. You can play around here and not really, well, feel pretty much 0 vertical pressure from the attack unless they look up through this hatch, open up a hole in the wall down here and apply pressure to behind this table. But you can play around this area if you have the right operators. Standard rotate in the dining room into the showers here with a double reinforcement, which is unusual. Normally you'd see a single reinforcement on one side, normally the right, and then holes on the ground or ground level on the second side with a player behind the shield holding onto it to stop that wall from getting open. With this setup, there's nothing that the defensive team will be able to do to stop this wall from getting open. That is a free pick for the attack, whether it's going to be Ulysses on Ace or good guy Zek doing the old Maverick trick. problem with the Maverick trick is it's slow and you are susceptible to a push here down Shower's hallway. But let's see how this one's going to play out. Standard double reinforcement here on the kitchen wall. And we notice that there is no hard breach denial here coming out from defense. They're basically just putting up reinforcements and just saying, yeah, go on, Apollo, take the walls. We'll let you have them. We just want to slow you down. One Thelma is going to be used to open up the upstairs wall, though, with this extended hold up vertically. Second Selma is going to go to open up. And I don't think that was the plan. That is going to leave the attack very, very limited here on what they can do when it comes to hard breach. They've got Surya gates up here that they need to take down if they want to rotate around here successfully. Shines gets a nice kill there with the DMR up on the top floor. That's Kamor taken out. And that is most of the vertical destruction actually off of the board now for Apollo, leaving pretty much just Ulysses with the breaching charges to do work from above. So at this point, Apollo are going to have to rethink their attack slightly. They can clear off these players upstairs, of which there are 3 of them. This is a big upstairs hold from Oni. A big upstairs hold. Psycho just crouch walking downstairs with Vea holding showers. No, it's not 3 upstairs, sorry. Real is downstairs. I don't know how I thought there were 3. Maybe there were and one ducked out and I didn't realize. Anyway, 4 players pushing attic. This is the important thing of a roam. It's not necessary to get kills, it's to waste time. And we can see this 2 to 3 man roam upstairs here really slowing down the attack. Really slowing it down as Hulu is going to be the player to move in. He's going to see the Aruni and he's going to pre-fire as he peeks around and he is going to get that kill. Shines goes down, but there is a quick refrag there from the Jaeger as that leaves us in a 3 versus 4. And at that point, all of Oni fall back towards site, leaving 1 minute left to go. 1 or 2 less players in the possession of the attacking team. 3 versus 4. Let's see what Oni can make of this. They just need to play smart at this point in order to continue putting rounds on the board for them. Join playing down below along with his teammates. Let's take a look at the attack up above. Good guy Zek cooking up the grenades here. He's going to drop one down, but there's no one there for it to do any damage to. So that is that utility spent. Patch is going to open up into meeting, and Selma's, there is only one left in the pocket of Ulysses. He's going to have to make sure he gets this right. We have a player there behind that wall waiting to get a peek onto anyone pushing their face around that hole, but he is going to back out into security with 15 seconds left to go. Join is waiting here to get the easy pick onto the player that moves their way through. Oh no, Flores comes in and he does fall in the hands of Join. That's intel given. They know where he is, but it doesn't really matter, as with that powerful Alder, Maverick is going to get dropped. And that's another round going to Oni as they start to bring it back 5 rounds to 4. Apollo, you need to work on your attacks. Have I thought of casting on PC, Muzzer? I do cast on PC. Yes. Thank you for the 500-bit cheer as well. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I do cast on PC. I cast for Talent League and I cast for ECS. Doing this league does hinder that somewhat. Once we're done with the league stage of this, I should hopefully be doing more PC stuff during the week. And I will eventually move away from this league and do PC full-time, I hope. I would hope, at least. We'll see what happens. I definitely want to do more on PC. Ideal world, I'll do more on PC. On PC, you have to broadcast on league channels, so my channel would pretty much die. So I would like to think that I can cast on PC and then go back to doing what I did when I first started, which was basically just being involved in a whole load of Xbox leagues and just being a guest caster, you know, when I've got the time on my own channel perhaps, and just, you know, keep up the audience and, you know, keep things going and build my channel. So I do like having, you know, the followers and having people come out to watch and all that sort of thing. The Xbox community don't come and watch me doing PC. And I think I would miss the community as a whole if I left it completely, so I would like to stay doing Xbox. Just should be doing PC more. Long term, it's better for me. Alright, so as we look at the setup, dorms return to the primary site. Standard setups here on the walls of attic and closet. Standard bandit batteries. Psycho playing right by his batteries. Obviously, we do expect to see someone going down below and taking out those batteries from underneath. I would expect it fully to be Kamor playing on the IQ. using his scanner to go underneath and take them down. He is going to take a fair bit of damage there, though, as he tries to push his way towards the small tower. He's going to jump on his drone all the way other side. As Join is going to start backing out, Hulu is going to open fire onto Join as he makes his retreat, but he isn't going to do any damage. Join is going to walk away successfully and make his way around to Classroom, anticipating that at some point, someone's going to come in here to try to take down this wall. However, you've got good guy Zek playing on the Maverick. He can just come in and just Maverick a hole at the bottom and take those batteries out. So you don't really need to do the vertical play to get this wall open. Giant's playing down here, waiting for those rotates. He snagged himself a little drone down there, as we can see. Vare takes a bit of damage upstairs, along with Real on site. Giants does fall at the hands of Hulu, though. That is a big Roma out of play. That is a C4 plant denial out of commission, and it is also intel grabbing out of commission. All players on Oni now back up on site, with Apollo running around downstairs, repositioning themselves, getting ready to push in and start to do a take. Cams is going to need to use this... Totally lost what I was saying. Oh! I'm going to get a replay on that, even though we didn't see the actual explosion. Just seeing Hulu go flying was absolutely beautiful. Cam is going to make good use of this Ying, is what I was trying to say. To make good use of those Candelas to do some damage. As Ulysses has now made his way into attic. Cams is going to whiff downstairs and eventually does manage to take down Real on that flank. Kamor gets one of his own, leaving Vare all on his own. Candelas are going out from Cams and he's getting ready to push in. Diffuser is not in the hands of any of the attackers. Vare is just standing here watching Canadian, waiting for the push. Second Ying. Candela is cooked up, but it gets snagged up by the ADS. Players cannot come in through that Saria gate. He knows the player's coming from white. Plant is going down. Vare's going to drop. He does have a C4. He could deny it from below, but he doesn't have the right positioning for the plant. And plant is going to be successful. And this is going to be the first round on attack that Apollo have ever won in this season. Let's see if they can pull it off, or if Apollo are going to get a little bit greedy and throw it all away. I'd like to think Apollo will play smart here and not do that, as Vare does claim the life of one. C4 is going to go out. Oh, Ulysses is going to escape with his life, but good guy Zek is there ready and waiting, and he does get that kill. And finally, people, we see Apollo taking a win on attack in this league. Well done, Apollo. Well done, Apollo. All right, laundry and supply room. Secondary site. For Oni, they are not going to go back to dorms. Even though they have the opportunity, they are instead going to switch it up and go to their secondary site and see if they can have a little bit more luck there than they had just now on that site. Apollo on match point. This is their first time being on match point in this season. It's going to be a special moment for them. PC com less toxic. I don't know about that, Muzzer. I think they probably can be just as much to a degree. Yeah, not allowed to talk to chat too much in PC. I know some people don't like it. I know there are people probably watching this stream that don't like it when I talk to you guys. I know, in fact, I know for a fact there are people in the stream that don't like it. But I built myself on community. And when you've got a small viewership like this, you know, we've got 35 people watching. We had 50 or so last night for the game. We've got 35 people. It's manageable to talk to you, and I think it's nice to be able to engage with you people and answer questions, or, you know, whilst talking about the game. Because there's always points in the game where there isn't something to talk about. There's always going to be a point where there isn't really much to really talk about. I can look around this. Most of you guys know what is going on here as I show it to you. You don't need me to explain it because we don't really have new players watching. So it's nice to be able to just... You know, but when you get onto, you know, big audiences, then it becomes impossible, and it's absolutely fine. It is nice to be able to talk to a stream every now and then and answer a question if you can, I feel. Anyway, we've seen the setup. Double reinforcement, single reinforcement, no elbow hold, that is just completely locked off. Rotate reinforcement, reinforcement on the hatch here, and also on this one, and also meeting. Cams gets the early pick with that powerful LMG in his hands. Takes down, shines the early roam denial has come out, and Cams and his boys are ready to take a victory here against Oni. They are not here to mess around. We see the Legion throwing his goo mine there up on the freezer staircase to slow down the push through the freezer stairs. They're holding back on site. Join on that big roam up on the top floor. Oni holding a very cheeky angle here by this bomb chassis, just waiting for someone to poke their head around. 2 minutes left on the clock. Join hears the drone and turns around to see what's going on. That is the drone of Ulysses that is about to spot him. There we go, it spots him. And it backs out, gets away with its life. They know exactly where he is. Kamor is here, waiting to act on this intel. Join continues firing upon the drone. Pre-fires go out from Kamor, but he doesn't do the damage. And he gets caught in the reload. He does get down by Join. However, he doesn't get killed. Does Join know that he is down? Good guy Zek is coming in to flank from the other side to protect his teammate. Drones continue to go out as Hulu is also here to protect his teammate. Cams does get that pick. A great 3 to 4 man push there onto that roamer up on the top floor. Very, very well disposed of by Apollo. I have to say, they did that very, very nicely. Great intel, great teamwork, nicely done. But equally, a good job from Join for wasting so damn much of their time. We only have 1 minute and 15 seconds left, and they've only just cleared the top floor. 5 versus 3 now, as all utility is getting dumped by the attackers as they start to make their play for the site to get this round in the bag and take this map home. Bear does claim the life of Hulu. Utility should have been spent already, so it's just a gun lost. Kamor does answer back, though, along with Psycho getting one of his own. Bandit getting the double. Very quick succession. Oh, he doesn't manage to take down Zek, though. Zek comes off better. 1 versus 2. Real versus good guy Zek and Cam's TG. Real on the 5-8k kill to death right now, but look at Cam's on the 15-7 and good guy Zek up there on the 9-6 as well. Plant is started. Real knows it's happening. He knows there's a player watching, and he is going to take him down. Whoa, my word. What a clutch from Real. He made a brilliant play there, deciding to go for the player that he knew was going to be covering it. Then focus his attention on the planter. Now, in a lot of situations, you want to go for the planter first, specifically if you are right on the edge of the clock. But in a situation like that, he clearly made the right choice. If he'd have gone for the planter first, he would have lost his life to the cover in freezer. But instead, he played it very, very well. Great play from Real. That's a 1vx clutch. Adding 1 to their numbers, making it up to 2 now, I think. In this league, in this season. That was a great play from Real. I'm impressed by that. Good patience. Good game sense. Good gunning. Good winning. Okay. We just need Oni to win 1 more round, people, and we go to overtime.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I love Ying players too much. I like Ying. I do like Ying. Hey, Heasley. Thank you very much for following. Very much appreciated.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Mother, yeah, when I cast on PC, often I put it on Twitter, so just watch out for the tweets. Alright, Dorms is going to be the next and last site of regulation to get played. The question is it going to be a 7-5?
10 seconds left before insertion.
Is it going to be a 7-5 to Apollo?
5 seconds left.
Or are we going to get overtime? Oh. Jason right now is sitting there
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
saying, no, I don't want dessert. I don't want dessert. I don't have time for dessert. I'm watching the game. No dessert for me. All right. Let's see what Jason's boys can do in this last round. If they can bring it home for their absent captain, or if Oni are going to be able to completely turn this around. We had a 5-1 split. 5-1. Oni have managed to turn it around to a 6-5. So whoever it was in the chat that said Oni disbanded and they're probably not going to try in this one, eat those words. Eat those words, because this is not the performance of a team that are not trying. That is for sure. Like I said, I think it's just a merge and a rebrand that's going to be coming from Oni. They want to stay here. I feel it. Shines is going to get that first pick. 5 versus 4. And that is going to be a huge, huge mental advantage going in favor of Oni here getting that first pick. I can't recall what the stats are in this league for opening kills. Getting the round win. I can pull them up. If you give me a moment, hopefully it comes up on the right screen. We've got 3 screens I need to look at, and it's a case of like, which screen is it going to come up on? That's the magic question. Looks like it's come up on... It did come up on one that I can't see, but I can move it to one that I can see. Let's flip it over. Move to this screen. There we go. All right. Let's get some overhead view here while I focus up here a little bit. Right, what was I trying to get for you guys? I can't even remember. Can't even remember. Oh, opening kills. So far in this league, 52% actually of opening kills. Teams with the opening kill get the win 52% of the time. So that's not actually a huge margin, considering in Pro League or ranked it's considered to be like 70%. But as I'm looking up that stat, we have seen Oni do a great job of just demolishing Apollo with a flawless round, and I'm sorry I missed it. Hopefully you saw enough of it in the overhead view, so I really do apologize, but oh, cookie dough sundae, Jason. Oh. Nice. Porky, but nice. We do go to overtime. Well, here is a turn up for the books. We are going to see Apollo remaining on attack and Apollo continuing the streak. In fact, both teams giving us a streak here of just attack not performing well. Both teams only winning 1 attack round. We have had 12 rounds and 10 defensive wins. So, yeah. Again, stream, I do apologize for my lack of spectating that last round. I really wanted to get that opening kill stat for you. I should have had it written down beforehand, so my apologies. I will be better. These are the kind of things that I learn from. And we'll do better for you next time. Alright, so as we go back to dorms, which is the primary site choice for Oni, as they are proven by bringing it out yet again as their first choice. They have a choice of all sites in overtime, and they are going to go straight up here and give it another crack. They have played this site 3 times already, and they have won it. They haven't played it 3 times, they've won it, they've played it twice.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
What am I talking about? Oh no, sorry, yes, I am lying. They have played it 3 times, but they've only won it twice. Sorry, I couldn't read my own writing. Where I'd written attack, it looked like defense. I hadn't actually written attack, I write an A and a D. But my A somehow managed to look like a D, I don't know how. I think it's because I had an O next to it for objective. And I just, yeah. Oh, Kamor! Opens up, well, it wasn't Kamor that opened the window. The window gets open. Kamor sees the player at the bottom of the white stairs, and he does get fired on. Doesn't manage to do any damage to that player, but Ulysses does claim the first life. That is Shines yet again being the first victim to fall here at the hands of Apollo. Now, as we talked about, it is a 53% or 52.3% win rate to be precise when you get the opening kill. So it doesn't really mean much. That opening kill has gone to Apollo at this point. It's still a 50-50 split in this league, at least. 5 versus 4, 2 minutes left on the clock. Joint standing here on the freezer stairs, watching, waiting for someone to come up. Ulysses takes a whole load of damage from the player up there, looking down through that hatch. That's a very good position to be playing. Obviously, Ulysses was not prepared, and he has lost a shed load of health. Got Hulu getting ready to make his way upstairs, but he doesn't know that there is a defender on that white staircase, on that freezer staircase. Join's going to come round, but he's going to get taken down. He was just a little bit too slow, a little bit too delayed. The player on that staircase had backed out. And his teammates were there to back him up. 5 versus 1 as Bayer falls. He knows there's a player outside. That's Diffuser dropped. He's going to spin round. He's going to down another one. He's going to pull out that pistol. And he's going to try his hardest to win a 1 versus 5 clutch. But when you got that many players, to be fair, he did a damn good job there. He downed 1. He almost got Ash. Whatever would have happened, that Iana, I think it was, that came in, bringing up the rear, would have got that kill anyway. But it was a valiant effort from the last man standing on Oni. As we see Apollo put an attacking round on the board, and they now switch over to the defensive side. They are going to go to laundry and supply, their preferred site, their primary site, as we call it. Jax, you don't really want to lose this because Oni will go to 3. No, it's it's overtime, so it's a 2 and a 1 pointer. So at most, Oni can win 2 points and at least 1 point. Same for Apollo. Both teams have 2 points or 1 point on the table. That's all they can win at this point. Now, 2 points could be enough for Apollo. In fact, it would be enough for Apollo to keep them out of that auto relegation spot, 8th place, because it would put them up onto 5 points. In fact, even if they lose, they'll go to 4 points. What does that do to the standings? Oni would then need to, even if Oni then won next week their game, the most they could get would be 3 points, giving them 4, so it'll be on round differentials. This is still a lot to play for here for both of these teams. A lot to play for. And yeah, Mr. Toot's right. I haven't had dinner yet. And it is a struggle to perform when you haven't had dinner. I haven't had a drink either throughout this cast. Alright, 7-6. 7-6. Cams opening up these rotates. Ulysses reinforcing walls. Good guy Zek watching cams. Hulu making use of rotates. Kamor just running around. 30 seconds into the round. We are still seeing utility being placed. We do not have a double reinforcement here on elbow. We have a single reinforcement. And it looks like Apollo are trying to decide what to do. They are going to reinforce it and have a complete reinforced east wall there. East wall, I'm going to call it. East quad wall. Psycho's going to send that drone. Nice throw right into the drone hole there. Like the aim. Like the aim. 5 versus 5 still. 1 minute gone. Giants opening up the hatch here in Attic. Getting ready to make his drop. Hatch reinforced in meeting. Will we see the Maverick trick on the hatch? We've seen these teams here tonight really favoring trying to open up this hatch and playing electrical hatch. Or meeting hatch, depending on how you look at it. Which isn't something you see very, very often, in all honesty. I mean, yeah, you see people doing it, but not all the time. Whereas in this game, we've seen pretty much every single round on Laundry and Supply Room, people focusing on that hatch. Cams TG playing an absolutely insane position here, right on this doorway, behind a shield with a shotgun. This could be a very good hold for Apollo down there on that staircase. Drone is going to come down and see that setup, and they are going to think a little bit carefully about it. Psycho, though, going to be pushing down the freezer staircase along with a teammate. He does have diffuser in hand, so it looks like we are getting a freezer push with an attempt possibly to open up this wall and then plant right by the bomb chassis, perhaps hold down the highway, plant behind the bomb chassis, watch the rotate here. That could be the choice. Let's see if it's going to play out as Cam starts to push up onto that hole in the freezer wall, but he is going to make his way back. Breaching charge, breaching round is going to take down the shield and that doorway. Cam's going to lay there, watching it with the shotty, but the attackers are going to fall back to meeting and start applying pressure from the north side of the map, with the 2 players pushing in from the freezer side. C4 does go down, and that's going to take out Vale. Well played to good guy Zet. Cam's TG gets one of his own, but there is a very quick refrag coming out there as Join takes one. 3 versus 2, and Oni start to take the man advantage. Psycho with diffuser in hand. 20 seconds left to go. They need to make some big plays as Cams is getting that rotate down here on the freezer stairs. Ulysses claims the life of one as good guy Zek drops out of the game. Ulysses claims the life of Real. 1 versus 1 now as Cam TG versus Psycho. Plant is going down. Cams is in the freezer. Plant is going to be successful, and it is going to be a 1 versus 1 post-plant situation between Cam TG and Psycho Oni. Cams is a gunner. He's at 17-10 right now, with Psycho being on 11-10. But Psycho has the 5.56 in hand. Cams has an SMG-11 and a shotgun. He needs to be very, very careful with his ammunition here. He's going to go for those close-up plays, and he should come off better against Psycho, but at this distance, Psycho is going to get the pick and put the round on the board for Oni, and we are going to get maximum overtime. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game between these two teams. I called it at the start. I said, you look at the scoreboard, people think, this is going to be an absolute shite game. And whether or not you like the strats that people are pulling, whether or not you like the gunfights, the fact is we are getting a close backwards and forwards match that keeps you on the edge of the seat. And when it comes down to it, that's what I appreciate from teams. I like seeing this close play. So lovely, 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 lovely. Jason is fully clinching right now. Let's get the... Oh, no, there's no rehost available. This is unfortunate for Apollo. They've used their one rehost.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
So we cannot pause for them. And they're going to have to play a 4 versus 5. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub, Muzza. Very much appreciated. This is unfortunate for Apollo that they have to play a 4 versus 5 because of that one rehost earlier due to the player dropping out to change his skins. If they'd have called a tactical timeout, then they probably would have been okay. They could have had a rehost now, but they didn't.
10 seconds remaining.
Anyway, it is what it is. No team this season has called a tactical timeout. I don't know if teams forget that it exists, but no team has called it. It does buy you a minute of time to do something else. Whether it's actually have a conversation with your teammates or just get a drink or, you know, or drop out the game and quickly check the skins on your one operator that you want to play. Anyway, Hulu is going to push in one soft wall that can get easily opened up. Ulysses is going to open up the hard wall, though, which makes perfect sense. No breaching charges in the possession of the attack here, so they are going to use the hard destruction to open up those hard walls. Echo being brought out for the first time here as Join opens up a hole in the wall here and opens fire onto the Nomad. Shines is going to push that. Drone is there watching, waiting and looking, trying to find where the players are. Shines is probably going to get spotted and he's not. No, the drone's actually gone down the back stairs. Oh no, there we go. It's just jumping around outside the wall. 4 versus 5. Drone going all about the place is going to get taken out by the defender. Kamor has an idea of where those players are. Cams goes down. It looks like this 4 versus 5 is going to be a real problem for Apollo. C4 goes out, but it's not going to do anything as we do see Ulysses claim the life of 1. 3 versus 4. Still winnable here for Apollo. Unless Kamor does come off badly in that gunfight, which isn't even a gunfight. Utility does get shut out. Looks like we're going for a quick plant here. Air jab going down. Kamor pushes in, but doesn't count for the player in freezer. There's always going to be a player there for Kamor. Always going to be a player. Ulysses pushes in. He knows there is a yokai somewhere. That yokai is quickly pulled away to safety. As Ulysses makes his way in. Hulu. Oh no, Ulysses exposes his back to the freezer as well. Join could get the kill. C4 does go out. We can see the yokai jumping up and down, trying to do something. And these two players on Apollo have a lot of work to do. I don't see how they can win this without some incredible gun power. They need to shut down the player in freezer. They need to do that. That's one thing. Player there behind the bomb chassis. That is Mozzie. Freezer player is shut down. Is Mozzie going to get shut down as well? No, he is going to crouch spam his way to victory. Hulu's going to push his way and try to get the refrag, but it's not going to be successful because Vea is standing there waiting to get that pick. And in maximum overtime, Oni is the first of these two teams to get their first earned win this season. GG to both teams. What a game. What a game. I so thought Apollo had it for a moment there. It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, stream. Alright. Let me remind myself. What was the